Hello, Facebook. All the places that I'm streaming, my personal Facebook page, my business Facebook page, Taylor Made Training for You, 50 and Over Club, my FIMP FIMP page for Imperfect Non-Judgmental People, and also Twitch and my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, please, people. I'm trying to grow this thing. At Gwen's Boys Mindset. At Gwen's Boy Mindset. That's the YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. So, for everybody who's watching, everybody who's tuning in, everybody who's taking a little time out your day, thank you. For people who are going to watch and check this out later, appreciate you. So, welcome to the No Judgment Zone with me, yours truly, Sean Taylor, discussing topics with no judgment. Discussing topics with no judgments. You are in the No Judgment Zone podcast created in memory of my mother. This is a podcast that we're going to cover everything from fitness, everything, relationship status. Listen, putting a disclaimer out there right now. I am no relationship guru. Please know I'm no relationship guru. I am talking about things that I've experienced, something that I've been through, currently going through, or actually came out of. Well, that's just it. Like I always say, a man or woman's uneducated opinion is only as great as their knowledge is of the subject. For anybody to be talking about something that they have not experienced is literally talking out their ass. I'm not that dude. So I ain't trying to impress nobody, and nobody's that important of impressing by talking about something I have not been through. The subjects is going to be raw. Some people may not agree with what I say. Again, this is the no judgment zone. Discussing topics with no judgments. You are entitled to your opinion. You are entitled. If you don't like what I'm saying, you can actually tune out instead of tuning in. Hey man, sometimes we have to agree to disagree on some topics. So today's subject is stop defending your excuses. Stop defending your excuses. Some people really stand up like they are an attorney speaking for a client when it comes to their excuses. They really defend their excuses. My grandmother used to always say this, that excuses are for the weak. She used to always say the excuses are for the weak. And not saying if you're making excuses that you are weak, but I'm just pretty much letting you know that's what my grandmother used to say. Excuses are for the weak. Defending your excuses. So for me, let's talk about me, all right? Let's talk about me because it's pretty much everything that I talk about is pretty much, something that I have some type of experience in. For me, I had to quit creating characters that people will accept. I used to create a lot of characters. It was like being an actor in Hollywood, creating all these characters to be loved, to be accepted, to be in a clique here, a clique there, creating all these characters just so I could be liked, just so I could be accepted, just so I could be loved, just because I could be wanted. And then I came to a point of just being mentally and emotionally and psychologically exhausted. It is exhausted when you have all these characters that you're trying to portray to try to please people. And what I had to come to grips with is I had to stop defending my excuses. Pretty much I had to get to the point of not giving a damn about what nobody is going to think. Not giving a damn about what anybody's going to say. Now listen, I'm going to have a few curse words here and there in my podcast, and if that's too much for you, I'm sorry. We live in a world that's perfectly imperfect, so I am who I am. So I will work on trying to keep my profanity down to a certain limit. And if it's too much, if you don't like profanity, well, you know, point of the matter is I'm getting my point across. So I had to get to the point that I had to quit lying to Sean. You know, I had to get to the point, well, I really don't care about what nobody says. You cannot care about what people say without being malicious in your butt naked truth. It's all about the delivery of things. It's all about, it's not what you say, but it's how you say it. It's funny, we live in a world where common sense isn't always common, but you have to strive on becoming common amongst uncommon people. When you get to the point where you stop defending your excuses, you can get your body right. When you get to the point where you can stop defending your excuses, you could be the man that she needs you to be. When you get to the point of stop defending your excuses, you could be the woman that he needs you to be. You could be the right mother that your kids need you to be, the proper sister that your sister needs to be, the right brother that your brother needs to be. You know, you get the gist. But you have to stop defending your excuses of your BS. And some people's not at that point. Because what it does, it takes a lot of bravery, it takes a lot of courage to actually get in front of that mirror of accountability, that reflection shows you that you have to see every day that you go to the mirror to brush your teeth. You got to look at you. You got to have a mental conversation with you. You have to recap or rehash the things that you did on yesterday. Some things may come up from your past from last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. The things that you're hiding that no one knows about. My little sister posted something today, and I love what she posted. Stop judging people on the same thing that you did, that you keeping a secret. Yeah, their mess is exposed, but you did the same damn thing, but you judging them. See, there's a lot of people, y'all don't want to hear. There's a lot of people judging people about the same crap that they did, but theirs is in secret. Man, if we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it. Stop defending your excuses on your bullshit. Stop defending your excuses. Stop mind screwing yourself to believe your lies. You know, I used to do that. I used to mind screw myself and believe in my own bullshit. And I stood on it. And I thought, and I really believed my own lies. When you believe your own lies, man, it's time to have a come to Jesus moment with yourself. And be like, you know what, Sean? Ain't you tired of this mess? Ain't you tired of doing covert operations? Ain't you tired of lying about this, lying about that? Forget about the first lie you told because you're on line number 12. You got to get to the point to where you just stop. Now, because when you get to that point, it's a blessing and a curse. Because you start telling the truth. You start being 100% transparent. You start having candid conversations. You start living and breathing and eating and sleeping in candor. A lot of people's not going to be able to take you. Now you the prick. Now you the dick. Now you the bitch. Now you this and now you that. Now that it doesn't matter. My mom used to always say, you ain't going to please everybody. Not everybody's going to like you, Sean. Not everybody's going to love you. Not everybody's going to accept you. There's some people, no matter, you could do 20 million good things, but you did 25 bad things. They're not going to remember the 20 million good things you did. They always going to remember the 25 bad things you did. So you might as well just be yourself. It takes too much effort and too much work pretending to be something that you're not. Stop defending your excuses and believe in your BS. You want your body to change. You want to lose weight. You want to get toned. You want to get conditioned. You want to get lean muscle tissue. Stop defending your excuses and living in your own world, your own shell of procrastination. Stop defending your excuses. You where you are, where your body is. Let's talk about fitness. We'll segue into the other stuff. Where your body is based off the choices that you make on a daily basis. It's your responsibility. You are commissioned to take care of your body. It's your job. That's your temple. You are responsible to have it looking at its best. To say that it's okay to almost feel as if you having a stroke or heart attack when you're going up one flight of stairs, it ain't okay. I'll be the devil's advocate. I'll be the bad guy. I'll be the person to say, hey, it ain't okay. I'm not going to enable your bullshit. I'm not going to enable you with your excuses. I'm not going to enable you with your procrastination. If you want something, you're going to go get it. If I want something, I'm going to go get it. But if I'm out on the topsy-turvy, on the seesaw, you remember the little seesaws when we was little? You're on the seesaw, you don't know what you want. Or you're on the yo-yo effect, you don't know, you really don't want you. You're going to call up everybody around town, wasting their time. Price check on aisle 5, trying to get price checks and this and that. Man, if you want help, you're going to go get the help. You're going to be like, forget the phone calls. I'm going to where this dude is. I'm going to where this woman is, and I'm going to get the help that I need. Stop defending your excuses, man. Stop defending your excuses in these jive-ass relationships. Stop defending the excuses. Stop defending him. Stop defending her. They doing the same thing. They ain't changed. They ain't working toward change. They ain't, you don't see them working on. See, here's the thing about change. When you see a person literally, physically, with the physical eye working towards change, that's a person trying to change. You got people who are actively working toward change, and you got people talking about change. Talk is cheap. Talk don't mean anything. It's the actions. It's the effort when a person is trying. And when a person is trying and you shitting on that person trying, okay, now that person got a problem. Now now it's time for you to just part ways. When a person's trying to say they're sorry and they working toward change and you shitting on their apology, okay, now it's time to part ways. Now, when a person is showing effort and a person is trying, you defending, oh, well, this is how I feel, blah, 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 blah. Let me tell you something, man. Everybody in this world deserves mercy, bro. Everybody in the world deserves mercy, sis. Excuse me, I didn't know you made heaven and earth. My bad. I forgot who I was dealing with. My bad. I didn't know that God had descended himself from the heavens in human form, and you sending me through all this hell. Oh, I didn't know. And he don't even do that. He puts up with all your nonsense. He puts up with all the stuff that you do. He puts up with everything that you've done. Now you done got your life right, and you trying to you done got yourself together. Now you acting like you Mother Teresa, or you acting like you the Pope. Come on, bro. Come on, sis. Stop that, man. Everybody got a pass. Listen. If we're gonna talk about it, let's freaking talk about it. Everybody got a pass. Everybody that messed up. Everybody that made dumb mistakes. We all have done it. To sit up here and analyze somebody up under a microscope as if you got this life stuff figured out. It's like you don't ever get tempted to do anything wrong. As if you don't have no problems. As if you don't have, that you're just perfectly perfect. Come on, man. Kill that noise, man. Y'all got to quit surrounding yourself with these fake ass people, man. Thinking they got all the answers to the test. If you was perfect, I'm pretty much sure if you was perfect, you wouldn't be here with me. If you was perfect, you wouldn't be here, because there's nobody perfect. We all got dirt. We all got skeletons in our closet. Let's call a spade a spade. Why is it that we as people, we get to the point to where, You know, I'm perfect. Then you start analyzing everybody, you know, and you start acting like you've never done anything wrong. Judging people off of the same nonsense that you have done, but you kept yours a secret, while theirs is out there. They just out there. It's out there butt naked for the whole world to analyze and judge and criticize and ridicule. That ain't cool. But people do that all the time. People do that every single day. But I digress. You have to learn to be common amongst uncommon people. The uncommon people with the uncommon mindsets, they have no voices of reason. There's no compromising with them. They see things one way. They don't even know how to compartmentalize everything. They don't work off of compartmentalization. They believe this is how it's supposed to be. There's no sense of open-mindedness whatsoever. You have to stop defending that type of way of thinking. Stop defending your excuses. Stop defending, well, I've been like this all my life. You know, I just can't help it. You gotta listen, man. You got to stop defending your excuses. Until you stop defending your excuses, you will have no room for growth when it comes to change. You got to learn how to stop defending those excuses. Defending your excuses is going to keep you complacent. Defending your excuses is almost like just sinking in quicksand. You're going nowhere real fast. You got to stop defending your excuses. You got to come to grips with who you really are. And you got to own your bullshit. You got to own and take responsibility of your wrong. You got to own it. That's your job. Nobody can do that for you. You want a better body? Do the things that needs to be done. You want to get tighter and toner? Do the things that needs to be done. You want to lose weight? Do the things that needs to be done. You don't know which way to go, front, left, side to side, back. You don't know what you're doing when it comes to changing and transforming your body, the whole 9 yards. Do what needs to be done. Get the help that is needed to get. Quit defending your excuses. You're never going to get nowhere defending your excuses. Period. The relationship or the marriage is not going to get better defending the excuses. If you know you mess up, man, get the help that you need. If you can't keep a man, obviously it ain't every man. You got to stop defending your excuses. If you can't keep a woman, obviously it ain't every woman. Bro, you got to stop defending your excuses. You want better, but you're not working toward change and working for better. You got to stop defending your excuses. You can't keep saying, I woulda, coulda, woulda, shoulda. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. But then you take no action, but you're still defending your excuses of why you're not taking action. Change is not going to take place. Change is not going to take place. It's not. You have to undo the bad that's been done. We can't live on and be crippled by how we grew up, the bad thing that's happened to us. We can't keep leaning on that as a crutch. You got to quit defending that excuse. You got to quit defending the excuse of what happened to you in your childhood. You got to quit defending the excuses of what every dude did to you. You got to quit defending the excuse of what every woman has done to you. You got to quit defending the excuse of being treated badly or whatever. Stop defending that excuse, man. Man up, woman up, and handle your business. Stop defending the excuses that you are giving to yourself. You keep mind screwing yourself and you keep living with these excuses. Excuses just turn into procrastination, and procrastination just turned into these bad habits of never getting anything done, never changing the way you think. And the only way for your life to change, the only way for you to get the proper man, the only way for you to get the proper woman, the only way for good things to be manifested in your life, for good things to come into fruition, you got to stop defending your excuses. You got to stop defending your excuses. If nobody can tell you nothing, ironically, you are your own problem. After a while, if I tell a person, stop doing this, no, doing this, you need to eat this, you need to do this. One time, even as a business owner that trains people on a daily basis, after a while, after I keep repeating myself, I stop talking to you because I can't get through to you. You hard-headed. You're stubborn, and I kind of see why things keep happening to you because you're hard-headed. You got an excuse for everything that I'm dishing out. I've been doing this for 20-something years, and you trying to tell me this is the reason. No, the reason is you're not listening. Stop defending your excuses. You're not listening. Just own up. People like, you know what, Sean? I'm hard-headed. I'm just not listening. It is me. You're damn right it's you. I know it's you, but I'm not going to keep repeat myself with the risk of consistently sounding redundant and keep saying it over and over and over again. You got to eat right. You got to eat right. You got to eat right. You got to. After a while, I'm like, no, do what you want to do. Because I ain't got time to be going with the back and forth. I don't have that time, and I don't have that wasteless energy to keep dealing with you like that. That's in relationships. That's with a client. That's just in life, period. Change isn't change until things are changed. And if you're not willing to change the way you think, don't expect for things to change in your life. You keep doing the same. If you do what you've always done, if you listen, you in your late 30s, mid 30s, early 40s, mid 40s, early 50s, if life doesn't show you anything, life will show you this. Life is extremely predictable when it comes to this next statement. If you do what you've always have done, you are going to continuously and consistently get what you have always have gotten. It's not going to change. How it's going to change, how the dynamics is going to change, is that you have to change the way you think. Everything begins and ends with how you think. People say, oh, once a cheater, always a cheater. You dumb. No, they're not. Once they change the way they think and start doing better, the cheating's going to stop. Once a liar is always a liar. You so dumb. You dumb as the day is long. No, he or she is not. Once they change the way they think, the lying will stop. Oh, they've been smoking all day life. They're never going to stop smoking. Once they change the way they think, the smoking will stop. The alcoholism will stop. Stop defending your excuses. Stop. You don't go back and entertain those things that you used to give an excuse about. If I'm an alcoholic, what the hell is me? What do I look like going into a bar? I got an alcohol problem. I went to the bar. I'm an alcoholic. I ain't been in the bar in 5 years. I went to the bar and drank myself into oblivion. I barely get home. I Uber home or take the risk of driving drunk. I almost kill somebody, but I make it home. I walk in the door. My wife's like, are you drunk? Yeah, but this is what, this happened today, this happened today, this happened today. But I don't want to hear your excuses. All I'm thinking about, you drunk. My mom used to always tell me, Sean, just own it, man. Own when you're wrong. Don't defend your excuses. Don't justify. Just own it. Take responsibility for it. Own it. When you mess up, just own it, man. I don't want it. I don't need a timeline. I don't need a full blown out story. Just own it. Show me some type of remorse. But don't justify it. Men and women in relationships, they can both do the same freaking things. They can both be wrong. Man got to own his. She got to justify hers. Oh, Jesus. That is something I will never understand. We both wrong. I'm owning mine, you justifying yours. How's that supposed to work? I mean, for real. Seriously. Honestly. How is that supposed to work? How we gonna move forward when I gotta own mine and you justify yours? That ain't gonna work. Wrong is wrong. We both commit a crime, we both in jail. Wrong is wrong. Are they severities into that judicial system? Yes. You got misdemeanors, you got first degree, you got second degree, you got blah, blah, blah. You got felonies, you got, yeah, okay, all right. You get it. But we still locked up. No matter what the crime is, wrong is wrong. People kill me that they have severities when it comes to wrong, when it comes to life. Well, I messed up, but I ain't do what you did. What? Grown people actually say that. They would defend their excuses. They would live and die by their excuses. But I didn't do that. You did this, but I didn't do that. For the sake of argument, did you do wrong or didn't you? Yeah, well, that's all I need to know. We both in the same boat. But you're basing my wrong and your wrong. It's like, because we sin differently, one's better than the other. Do you think the big man upstairs look at it like that? Honestly. Do you honestly, I mean, are you going to insult him to really think that that's how he looks at sin? Sin is sin, dude. Wrong is wrong. Regardless of what this blind, leading to stupid society may try to hoodwink you into believing, wrong is wrong. Period. We arguing, I'm throwing stuff, she throwing stuff. She cursing me out, I'm cursing her out. But one person is justifying that whole situation. Come on now. People, we got to do better. We just got to do better. And we can't defend our excuses. Period. We can't defend them. Why do we defend our excuses? We want people to feel sorry for us. We love playing the Jedi mind trick on people. We want sympathy and empathy. Manipulation, the whole. Long gone the days where people stop defending their excuses and be like, you know what? I effed up, man. I ain't gonna sit here and justify. That's me. I'd rather just, let's cut to the chase. I screwed up. I messed up. I'm not gonna sit here and justify it. I'm gonna own it. I'll take my penance, my penalty, my punishment, whatever it, I'll just deal with it. But I'm not going to sit up and screw up, then justify my wrongful actions. If I'm justifying it, justification leads to zero remorse. Because I'm justifying it. I'm explaining to you why I messed up. Man, you made a conscious effort to do wrong. You just wasn't sleeping and all of a sudden Ron just jumped in your lap and, oh man, we here. No, you made a conscious effort. You made a decision to mess up. Just own it. I can respect a woman who just owns her shit. I can respect any man who just owns his shit. But what I can't respect is somebody who justifies their wrong. The tick for tack thing? What are we? 5 years old now? We doing tick for tack? You got grown ass people doing tick for tack. Well, you did this, I'm gonna do this. Okay, dummy, you just as wrong as me now. You just put yourself in the same boat as me. You just went from dummy to big dummy. What are we talking about here? What did we do? We defend, and then we going to defend it. Then we're going to defend the excuse. We're literally going to stand up and have an argument and defend that lousy excuse. So you're doing tick for tack. Somebody's got to be the adult in the situation. Somebody's got to be the adult from the child in that situation. Somebody's got to be the grown up. Anybody gonna step up and be the grown up? Anybody? Any takers? You can't defend your excuses in this life and expect to have growth at the same time. That's not how that works. You can't defend your excuses in this life and expect to have change. That's not how that works. You have to own up to what you're doing and lack thereof. You gotta own it. If you say you're going to do something, man, just own it. People be ghosting people, avoiding people. I'm like, dude, what? Don't understand what that's about. But that's what people do. Got grown up, grown ass people walk around here, cowards. It's best they can evade the situation than to own up and be like, you know what, this is what it is. They gotta do it through text. Can't come face to face and just say what they need to say. You know, grown up stuff. Hide through text, hide over the phone. Man, just come to me and talk to me like a real woman. Just come to me and talk to me like a real man if you got a problem. And we can hash it out, man. It's much more effective and efficient that way. It's real. It means something. But you're going to constantly defend your excuses. You go after the same thing. I need them to be this. I need them to be that. I need them to make that money. I need them to drive this. I need them to own this. I need them to have these type of tangibles. If you do what you've always have done, you're going to continuously get what you've always have gotten. She needed to be this height. She needed to be this. She needed to be this skin tone. She needed to have this type of hair. She needed to do this. She needed to graduate from here. She got to have a degree in this. She got to be making this amount of money. She got to be do. She got to be that. She got to be this. She got to be that. If you do what you've always have gotten, you will constantly get what you've always. If you do what you've always have done, you will continuously get what you have always gotten. You got to switch up your playbook. You got to start thinking outside the box. You got to start doing things a little bit differently. Everything that glitter ain't gold. You got to start doing something different. You got to start doing something different. But you cannot defend your excuses in this world and expect to have change. That is not how this works. That is not how this works. You got to undo the bad that's happened to you in your past. You got to undo that and reinvent your mindset. If you do not undo what happened to your past, if you do not get the self-help you need, if you do not work on self-improvement, you're going to keep from year to year getting worse and worse and worse. You're not going to get better. You're going to run off every good thing that comes across your path because you're not trying to work on self-improvement. Working on your self-improvement, it works so much. You start to realize that I'm not so perfect. that I do have problems, internal issues that I've avoided for so many years. Get the help you need. Work on yourself. Stop defending your excuses, because all your excuses turn into is nothing but procrastination. And when you got excuses and procrastinations at the forefront of your mind, living on the inside of you, you're never going to be able to make change. You're never going to be able to make change when you constantly live off excuses and procrastination. People quit on their fitness journey because of excuses and procrastination. It's everybody's fault except for theirs. I literally think pretty much it almost feels like people quit so much on their fitness journey that they literally pray for a life situation to happen so they can use as an excuse and just live off that excuse. And then when you see them 6 months to a year from now, they look 10 times worse than when you saw them the first time. Why? Because they're living off their excuses. They defend their excuses and they constantly procrastinate. There's no way my body fat is 48%. I'm 300 pounds. I'm 5'2", and I'm walking around here asking for price checks. What? I need to be running to somebody's gym. I need to be running to somebody's personal training studio. I need to be doing something. I need to be running to somebody's boot camp. I think my excuses and procrastination has got my body looking like melted ice cream. It's time for me to do something. Not call around for price checks. Wasting busy ass people time. People literally think that, my dude, I'm not on Facebook 24/7. I got a business to run. Hey, is there anybody here to chat? Hell no, fool. You running a business. So when he tells you or she tells you, hey, the best way we do that, because we are busy, is to come in for a consultation so you get all the information that you want. Don't that make common sense? But you want this busy person who's got 40 plus clients to chit chat with you through Facebook. You will see a post that they posted like 14 freaking hours ago, and you just think they just chilling out on Facebook. I'm not a fan of social media. Just being candid, just being real. I'm not. But it's a way to brand my business. I'm pimping out the business. I use it as a brand to keep the name out there. Not because I desire to be on it. I'm a private person. If anybody who truly knows Sean P. Taylor knows that dude is private. He ain't airing out all his dirty laundry. He ain't going all into his personal relationships and all this. That's not what that brother does. I use social media for business purposes, period. Not just chilling. If I'm on Facebook 24/7, I wouldn't have not one damn client. It definitely would be a business. It's just common sense. Again, we live in a world where common sense ain't so common, and people are like, hi, is there anybody to chat? No. I got too many clients to be just sitting there. Okay there, Johnny, let's go ahead and chat. Now, dude, I ain't got time to be chatting with your dud ass. I do consultations. Pick up the phone. It's on the business Facebook page. Even the address is on the business Facebook page. I don't know if you got cataracts, so I don't know what you're looking at, but all the information that you need, the phone number and the address, that just lets me know how full of shit people really are. All the information is right there. All you got to do is pick up the phone and call. You get out, you get your consultation set up, the whole 9 yards. See how easy that is? Again, we live in a place where common sense isn't always common. I'm not just saying, I'm not trying to say you're dumb or you're stupid, but you sure as hell ain't got no common sense. Pick up the phone, set your consultation, boom, easy peasy. But I digress with that. Because I get it all the time, every week. Hi, is there anybody in the chat? No. 3, 4, 5 hours later. That should let you know if there's nobody right there, that means, hey, man, I tell people all the time, the best trainers are the busy trainers. If that person is always available, they probably got about 5 clients. Sorry, that's not how that works. But if that's what you want, then God, you can go ahead and go for that. Busy trainers ain't on social media 24/7 trying to chat with your dead ass. Man, the more I talk, in the words of Grandma Louise, the more I talk, seems like the dumber I get. And she used to tell me that all the time. And I was about 25 years old, and it popped in my head. And I would be like, son of a bitch. All those years, my grandmother was eloquently, sophisticatedly calling my dud ass dumb. That's pretty much what she was. Sean, the more I talk to you, the dumber I get. Not okay, grandma, that's funny. For all those years. And it finally dawned on me at 25, she was calling my dud ass dumb. That's how I feel with the majority of people I talk to. The more I talk, the dumber Sean gets, because they don't get it. They don't get what I'm trying to tell you about their body. They don't get them what I'm trying to tell them about nutrition. They don't get them what I'm telling them, hey, listen, it takes a little bit more than 2 days a week out of 7 days to get your body to transform. You need to be doing stuff outside of the days that you see me. The more I talk, the dumber Sean gets. So sometimes I just stop talking because you're not getting it. Period. I made a post today. I don't have the time nor the crayons to explain to you how important it is to take care of your health. I don't know what you're going to get out of that. Some people who are highly intelligent are going to get the joke. They're going to get the crayons part is what's really going to make people laugh. And some people are going to be like, I don't even have no idea what he means there. You know what he means there, Bubba? No, I mean, really? It's simplistic. That means that he's dealing with a lot of dumb people that just don't get simplistic common sense things. I'm trying to tell you what I know, not something that I just pulled out my rectum. I'm trying to give you the facts, not fiction. But I digress. Once again, stop defending your excuses. Please stop. If you want change in your body, stop defending your excuses. If you want to be a good woman to that man, stop defending your excuses. If you want to be a good man to that woman, stop defending your excuses. If you're a messed up individual and you deny, you're defending your excuses. If you keep messing up and you keep defending your excuses, deny, you're not looking for change. If you're trying to love you right, and all you're doing is coming at this dude like you're a dude with all that masculinity bullshit, and then you fall on your excuses of why you're doing it, you ain't trying to do nothing better. You're not trying to make change. If you want a better man, change the way you think. If you want a better woman, change the way you think. If you want a better body, change the way you think. Why is the most hardest thing in the world, the most easiest thing in the world, y'all people make so freaking hard? You make it like it's Chinese arithmetic, and it's so simplistic. All you got to do is change the way you think. If you are a constant procrastinator in everything in life, you have to change the way you think. If you got an excuse for everything in the book, you got to change the way you think. People, this ain't rocket science, man. All you got to do is change your thought process by training your mind every day. You got to train your mind more than you train your body. Fitness is 99% mental, only 1% physical. It's all in how you think. Why do people start fitness journeys and quit? Because their mind ain't ready. Their mind's not right. You can say whatever you want to say. You can pull out any excuse out of your behinds all you want to. Your mind ain't right. And if your mind ain't right, the rest don't matter. It just don't. Change the way you think changes your life. If you're oh my God, if you're compulsive life, you just got to change the way you think. I did it. If you're a person who constantly worries about what everybody thinks and you feel weak, like you have no power, change the way you think so you can break out of that mental prison so you can see what it feels like to have a resurgence of power. Freedom. Because you're not living worrying about public perception of yourself. Because if you constantly worry about what people think in public perception, you're raising sons and daughters that's going to grow up, the adults that's going to have a weak mentality worrying about public perception. My son, my daughter ain't going to be worrying about public perception. Because I'm going to beat it into them, beat him into them, and beat it into them, and beat it into them, and beat it into them, and then beat it into them again, and then tell them again, and then tell them again. You have to have your own mind. You have to think for yourself. Because if you don't, you're going to be part of that percentage of the blind leading the stupid. You follow every trend you see. You follow how people dress. You can't even dress yourself. I want to dress like her. I want to dress like him. I want to cut my hair like hers. I want to cut my hair like his. You follow by everything you see. You can't create your own trend. The sense of freedom is having your own mind. That's a sense of freedom. Sense of freedom is not living worrying about what everybody thinks of you. But hey, man, and it is nobody's fault what you went through in your childhood, in your past. It ain't every man's fault for the dudes that's dogged you out, lied to you, or cheated on you. It's not every woman's fault that's done the same things, that's cheated, lied, and used you for money or whatever the case may be. You have to undo the bad that's been done by reinventing the way you think. Stop saying every man is the same. Stop saying every woman is the same. Not every woman's out here is a gold digger. Not every woman is looking for a man to just take care of them like they're 5 years old. Not every woman is out here looking for every man to pay all their damn bills like they're a child. You got women out here who are going at it their own, going to get those degrees, going to get those master's and doctorate degrees, working for themselves, got their own house, got their own car, got their own money. She's just looking for you for companionship, bro. They are out here. Do you still have them paper chasing heifers? Yeah, you got them out there too. But you still got the real woman doing her thing. You do have some women who ain't living in masculinity. You do have some women who know how to be women with men. They are out here. You do have brothers out here doing their thing. These brothers out here is on their grind, on their hustle, getting their education, got their education, got their own businesses, doing their own thing. Not everybody out here is walking around with their pants hanging off their ass. You got to think about that. There's brothers out here that's doing it. There's brothers out here who's taking care of their responsibilities, taking care of their kids, solidifying their places as fathers. You got brothers out here who is doing their thing. Not every man out here is a dog. Not every man out here is chasing everything he's seen. Not every man is not acting like every woman. He ain't never seen a woman before. Girl, let me holler, let me holler at you. I mean, not every dude is doing that. So stop putting everybody in the same boats. You got women out here, good women, who's going to challenge you, who's going to challenge you to elevate your thinking. You got men out here, good brothers out here, who's going to challenge you to elevate your thinking. They out here. Are they just falling from the sky? No, they ain't just falling from the sky. So, undo the bad that has been done to you in your past by reinventing your mindset in the present so you can better your future. Stop defending those excuses in every area, in every facet of your life. When you stop defending your excuses, now change can happen. When you stop defending your excuses, now goodness can be manifested in your life. When you stop defending your excuses, all the positive things can come into fruition for your life. That's all I got, man. Please, 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 y'all see the banner that's on the bottom. Follow me at my business Facebook page, Tailor Made Training for You. If you're looking to go to some place where there's no judgments, F.I.N.P. for imperfect, non-judgmental people only. Please subscribe to my YouTube, Gwen's Boy Mindset. Brother trying to get this thing to grow. You send me a Facebook request on my personal Facebook page, Sean Taylor. Follow me, follow me, follow me. You see what I'm saying? So that is it. Good subject coming up next. Good subject coming up tomorrow around about 7 p.m. It shouldn't be I don't know why this topic is so taboo. I don't know why people get so discombobulated about it, but we're grown-ups here. Title of the subject, sex shouldn't be taboo, so let's talk about it. We're talking about sex tomorrow. We're talking about sex. We're getting deep dive and diving in, some key points, some good pointers, some good information. We're talking about it. It's going to be me and Brandon. We're getting it in 7 p.m. tomorrow, 7 p.m. So you don't want to miss that segment. It's going to be a good one. We're going to go strong for a good hour, and that be it. You know, hey, man, it shouldn't be taboo. That's how we all got here. But that's about it. Listen, like I always say at the end of my segments, like I always say at the end of my segments, all night, man, we're talking about sex. I'll catch you guys on the flip. Y'all stay easy, keep it positive, uplift somebody, inspire somebody for change, and stop your excuses. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.